Hello to all you geeks and degenerates out there, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm joined by Enzo as usual, and our special guest, Seb from Slurp Media. Hey, hello, Seb.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? Go- But yeah, going back in time to 2018, there's a little movie that came out that we were all very hyped for, and pretty much made me a sneakerhead. That movie would be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And seeing the trailer at first, what did you guys think? Like, were you really excited for this, or were you like, "Oh, it's just another 3D movie that you're just gonna pass by"? Where were your thoughts?
Um, only honestly, I was a bit skeptical because like the year
Mm.
before that, they came out with the Emoji movie and some Bethlehem movie. I'm like, Sony Animation's track record isn't the best right now, so I don't know. But the trailers kept coming out, and we're like, dang, that looks good, especially the Spider Gwen one. And as the date kept inching closer and closer, like I hope it's good since it's Miles Morales' debut on the big screen for his sake and his fans. I hope it turns out well, and I do love this movie. So that's about that for first impressions.
How about you, Seb?
I actually didn't know that much about Spider-Verse being a thing until like maybe a couple months before it came out. Like I was vaguely aware that there was gonna be a Spider-Verse movie, but because it wasn't Peter Parker centered, I was already like, I don't think I'm down for this. Um, Up until that time, I never read Miles. I just knew that Miles is a very racially diverse Spider-Man, in a hilarious manner, like almost as if they were trying to target both minority demographics at the same time. He's
The blacks and
Mexican
the Hispanic.
and black. I don't have anything against either race. I just have something against like blatant pandering.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, from what the description of Miles's character was, it sounded like blatant pandering. So I didn't know what to make of Miles. All I know is I was like, well, Peter's gonna be in it, but it's not gonna be about Peter, and this inherently messes with me. But I knew one thing about it: it was gonna look great. I didn't know if it was gonna actually be great, but it looked great. Like everything looked like moving graffiti. It was somehow animated with a good amount of texture, but um also somehow 2D.
Yeah,
So
like the special effects.
I know what they put into it visually was great. I just didn't know that the material itself in terms of scripting and everything else would look as good as it did. So it's a situation of like close to minimum hype and maximum uh I didn't
You got
expect
it.
what I got. I didn't expect what I got. Like
Yeah.
maximum enjoyment, I guess. Like I was relatively underhyped for this movie, but I was really happy with like the end result of it.
Like, wait, did this movie get pushed? If I
What do you
remember,
mean? What do you mean?
Not that I know
was it
of.
like the release date pushed to like a later date, or was it like the trailer like a year before the movie actually came out? Was it like when they released? Oh, next year you're gonna get the Spider-Man movie. Oh, hello, thank you,
Uh,
Was
camera.
it? Was it?
um,
I remember that I waited so long for this movie. Like I watched the trailer and I was like, shit, it's so fucking far away,
yeah, I think
and I
the
really can't
like
wait for it.
the literal teaser came out like January 2018, like literally the new year. So yeah, it was quite a while, but I don't think it was pushed or anything.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I swear to God, when I saw those Jordans, I was like, fuck, how can I get me some Chicago? Like,
Some
I need them
Chicago's?
Chicago's. Yeah, Chicago's.
They're called Chicago's.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they call
Yeah.
that model. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan ones are the
Uh,
only Jordans I think like look comfortable. So
I got some. To tell you the truth, they're not.
ones as compared to sixes are. I got sixes over there. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I'll say like give it 3 hours max.
Okay.
That's when you kind of start to feel the pain. But anyway, we're not talking about
Agree, yeah.
sneakers. But yeah, no, you kind of stole my
Mojo.
I was supposed to ask you a question. I was like, what were your thoughts that it wasn't focused on Peter and got that?
Those are my.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys like,
initial
what were your thoughts that this story wasn't really focused on Peter? Hmm. Yeah. So
Mo-
Enzo, what were your thoughts?
Um, I had started reading Miles Morales like a year or two before, so it's pretty high. Like I like his character. I like it. The thing that really sticks out to me, as I'm pretty sure most of everybody's, the design of his suit. Like, damn, that's a really cool costume. And um, honestly, some of his powers are kind of cooler than Peter's, like the Venom touch and the invisibility
Yeah.
thing. Some like he has
Yeah.
those going for him, and his story by Brian Michael
Venom strike,
Bendis,
you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
by Brian
Yeah,
Michael
wait
Bendis
that.
is pretty good. So I'm just happy to get a new character, and I'm surprised that they did something that comic book movies have done for a while, which is the origin story, and somehow made it feel more fresh, in this perspective at least.
Oh yeah, but we get like a shit ton of origin. Sorry, like the backstory of
Exposition.
Peter Parker, maybe probably around 6 times in this
Exposition
movie.
again and again, but it's
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
I love it though. I
Yeah.
love it. They finally like put the they started making fun of it that like there's too much exposition for every Spider-Man. Well, how about you, Seb?
It's called the Venom strike.
Yeah,
Called it the Venom touch.
Venom touch.
Sometimes when we touch, the feeling is too much. I don't like legacies. I hate legacies. And any character, I don't care who it is, I hate legacies. So I usually end up hating a character on the basis of you're not the original guy, come up with a new name.
Yeah.
Miles is one of these characters. Because the first time I encountered this was Terry McGinnis. And I hated Terry McGinnis. Not for anything Terry could control, but just because he wasn't Bruce Wayne. And also he wasn't better than Bruce Wayne. You know, there was nothing about Terry McGinnis' Batman that was better than Bruce Wayne's Batman. So the only thing Terry had over Batman was youth. Or at least Bruce was youth. So to me, I was like, I never want to see another character take over the mantle of another character. Because it hasn't worked out to like properly succeed the original. I didn't read Miles' books until after Spider-Verse. But I will agree that this is, to me, the coolest Spidey suit ever. Just the black and red.
Yeah, the
I
black and red.
I actually like the Spider-Verse suit less. I hate the combination of the hoodie. I hate the combination of the Jordans. I don't like the urban casual look. Because to me, that's not combat. Not that Spider-Man suits have ever been armor, but at least you know that this was built for the Spider-Man job.
Yeah.
Jordans never will. And neither will these casual hoodies.
I mean, so Shang-Chi wore Jordans to combat.
Alright, there's a different point to be made with Shang-Chi. He didn't wear anything else. Miles does have the normal Spidey shoe tight things. I don't know what to call them. But yeah, Miles does have those, and he wears the Jordans over them. Shang-Chi was wearing the Jordans the whole time.
Okay, I get you.
And also, Shang-Chi is a different deal from Spidey. Like, whatever's on that suit whatever he's wearing doesn't really matter. But why is Miles sticking to walls wearing Jordans?
I don't know. Actually, I asked about like every time he has shoes on, then he sticks to things. I'm like, even just regular sneakers.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that?
There's a lot of suspension of disbelief I have to give myself whenever Miles is, just standing on the side of the building, no problem, wearing shoes that definitely shouldn't allow the spines on his feet to be able to stick to these walls.
Yeah.
But it's whatever. I don't like the urban design. I've never
Okay.
liked urban designs for superheroes, unless Jason Todd's I can tolerate to a degree, but that's it. I tolerate it. I don't accept it. I'm always like a little bit more armor, lose the jeans. But with Miles, I really fucking hated it because I could tell that it was a culture thing. It was for representation and adding your own flavor to this, and I'm just like, fuck it, bro. You wear the skin tight suit because your spines need to be able to stick out so you can stick to walls. This isn't like fashion options. You don't know how to invent like industrial magnets to make your shoes stick to walls. Like, just there's a reason for that design. Fucking stick to it. But like besides that, I think this is the best suit ever. And I actually objectively think Miles
So
is
the
more powerful than
initial
Peter.
suit you really like.
I like the Miles suit
Damn.
better than Peter.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has 2 extra added powers.
All right. No, like for reals, he actually is more powerful
Okay.
than Peter.
I'm still a bit biased to like Peter's suit.
Is Jomer getting the audio delayed?
No. It's
All right.
sorry, I'm
was
kind of
perfect.
talking. I'm talking a little bit. Am I delayed for you guys?
You were a
A
bit,
little bit.
but now
a
you're
little bit.
good.
Shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry, technical difficulties. Internet.
But yeah, like
Right.
Miles was a complicated situation. I just watched it to focus on Peter at first. And after a couple of watches, I grew to actually really like Miles.
Alright, nice. But it's just the initial suit that you really like. You just don't want the jacket and the hoodie and the shorts and Jordans.
Yeah. Just fundamentally, his spider suit is cooler. Just get rid of the shit that made.
Just not this.
Okay, got it. That's actually a really cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Comic-Con 2019.
Damn, lucky fuck. I wish I went. But yeah, since we got two Spideys in this movie, well, actually a lot, but like Peter Parker, I mean. Which did you prefer more, Jake Johnson or Chris Pines?
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Easily Jake Johnson, bro. Why would I prefer the pretty boy who has his shit together over the guy who was like, yeah, we divorced, I took it like a champ.
Crying in the shower.
There is so much more comedic substance or like entertainment substance to someone who doesn't have their shit together. I'm not an underdog guy. I hate underdogs. Like, if I see someone who's fighting from under, I just want to crush that bastard. I don't like underdogs. But Spider-Man crying in the bathtub over his breakup in a full suit, that's funny.
The seahorse scene.
He could have taken that suit off, and he didn't.
Can you imagine 2 seahorses?
The man pulled a Casino Royale where you're just mating for life.
Yeah, and he's just crying.
And
he's like,
making it work.
This is brilliant.
Can you imagine a seahorse
that was part of his origin story.
meeting another seahorse and making it work? That's funny.
Like, that didn't need to be in his exposition, but it was.
No, because it just
good,
tells you where he is in life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where he
that's
is in
true.
life. No, and like let's put it like this: Peter is bitten by a radioactive spider, which means a lot of things are enhanced, and I assume also his metabolism. Can you imagine how hard it would be for how much eating a Spider-Man would have to do to gain a beer belly?
That would be a shit ton of pizzas.
That's a shit ton of pizzas, and that would also imply that he's like eating more than he can burn. Because if he's still operating as Spider-Man and still managed to get the beer belly, how much are you eating?
I don't fucking know. The man clearly eats in the bathtub as well, as you can see from that one scene where he's crying in the shower.
And GL, that's the dream though, isn't it?
It is. It is.
You know, just a pizza, your favorite YouTube videos,
In the
and a
bathtub.
bathtub. No complaints, dude.
I love the clear difference where Chris Pine's Spidey is like standing tall on the building, but Drake Johnson's Spidey is like, what a day.
Reading a newspaper.
Yeah,
He's like trying to have his coffee.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I love the beaten down Spider-Man a little bit more than the one put together.
yeah.
I'm a sucker for underdogs.
I don't.
So like
I have nothing against. I have something against a put together Spider-Man. It's completely contradictory to his character.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You
Like-
can't have
like-
a Spider-Man that has his shit together.
we know Spider-Man as the guy who can't keep his relationship together, trying to stretch himself a little bit too thin. Managing Gwen Stacy and then Mary Jane and shit like that. It was like this dude cannot have a solid job of being Spider-Man and
Yeah.
a solid relationship with these amount of women in his life.
And before this
Like,
movie,
He's not put together.
we saw two other Spider-Men go through the worst with like a Tom Holland Spider-Man being
Mhm.
dusted and Spidey PS4 losing his answer. Like with Chris Pine, you're like, this guy seems too clean to be Spider-Man. Seems to be too
Yeah.
happy.
And I'm actually okay with the choice that they made, like killing him off. I thought this was gonna be I guess not. His voice is different.
Yeah.
I knew Chris Pines was gonna die the moment I saw where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Because Miles only ever becomes Spider-Man because Peter dies. Like,
Yeah.
sure, he gets bitten, but like he either, like, if I remember correctly, he either gets very little time with Peter or not at all. And once I saw, oh, Chris Pine's Spider-Man is in this universe, he's gonna die. There's no way Miles
too
becomes
perfect.
Spidey. No, there's no way Miles becomes Spidey in a world where like another main Spidey exists, because he is the main Spidey of his world.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And plus, like, I think it'll be hard to tell a very, a good story with two main characters where they're like, yeah, nothing bad's gonna happen to them. And then they kill him off, and I'm like, okay, never mind. So I'm pretty happy with this Miles Morales take his place and have this midlife crisis Spider-Man, teach him a couple of things.
I love
Girl
the
Spider-Man.
infiltration scene where he's just talking about his steps, and then he's like, I'm gonna talk to the scientist, and Miles is like, actually, she's the scientist, and he's like, step 2, I'm gonna re-examine my personal biases. Anyway,
I love Jake Johnson's take on this Spider-Man because he's so like witty and shit. It's very entertaining just to watch him speak.
It's very Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I wouldn't say everything about him is Spider-Man as fuck, but like to me, this is like what I wish Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was, because I don't like Tobey's Spider-Man for the sake that he's just Peter Parker. Like he's
Yeah,
never
Peter Parker
Spider-Man.
wearing a mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's never an enhancement to it. Like the differences between Peter and between like Spider-Man is that Spider-Man is an enhanced version of Peter. Like the person Peter wishes he was in his normal life is, that it's how he is a Spider-Man. And there was never any separation. Here there's clearly two personas, one more confident in himself than the other, and the other one just like and I love that. I love that there's still a separation. It's a very well balanced as you said, underdog style Spider-Man.
I don't know. Wait, Enzo, did you give your take on this?
yeah, I just wanted to add more examples like the lab scene that makes me love Jake Johnson's Spider-Man even more.
Yeah. Comedic timing in this fucking movie is amazing. Like nothing misses.
You remember the chase scene with the scientists, right?
Bagel.
And then he threw a bagel, and the sound effect of the bagel was actually the
Was
word
bagel. No, the one scene I love was when Miles was like carrying the CPU and the monitor, and Spider-Man like stops by and is like, "Good news, we don't need the monitor." I was like, that shit killed me.
But bro, we need a 144 refresh rate. Come on, man. Like, let me keep the monitor. There are no dead pixels or anything.
But yeah.
Question for you two: did you like Liev Schreiber's Kingpin?
Oh fuck yeah.
That was Lee Schreiber.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, dude.
We got Sabretooth as Kingpin?
Yeah.
You didn't know?
No. I don't like him. Like, to me, the only flaw of this movie was the villain. I didn't like the villain. I don't like people becoming villains on the base, or like big villains on the basis of insanity. Like, I'd rather they have an actual motivation besides mourning, which is my big problem with Wenwu. And here it was basically the same thing. He's just willing to let the world burn down because he misses his kid and his wife. And also, this man looked like a fucking wall. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't look like a person. He looked like a
a
genuine
wall in a circle.
wall.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like what Sage puts up at the start of every round. Like, I don't like how he looks. Like, I get that he's big, but like, at least make him proportional. He looks like furniture. Why
Okay,
does
I
this
get
guy
that
look like a
much.
widescreen TV with legs?
No,
He looks like-
the scene that makes me laugh the most is. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. No, it's that he's getting flashbacks of him and his family, and it's like family photos. And the dude's just a round circle, and it's like kid and wife are like these two small things in front of him. Yeah, I get what you mean by his proportion. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a little bit off, but I get it. It's a
A little bit off.
3D animated film.
That's what Richard's
Also-
friends tell him. It's like, your dad's a little bit off. Not saying, anything negative. Please don't kill me, sir.
A little bit
The
off.
man is. How does he get into your house?
Okay, let me tell you this. If you saw the Kingpin from Spider-Verse in real life, wouldn't you think someone helped this man? He's covered in tumors. He is
All right.
disturbingly
Good point.
disproportionate. He isn't off by a little, he's off by a lot. Why did they choose to go with that design for Kingpin? Just make him a big dude. Like, you can make like a 6'8" equivalent of like a 6'8" equivalent stocky man in the Spider-Verse universe without making him look like a flat screen TV with legs.
Good point.
Like, the villain that
But,
really was intimidating for me was Prowler. Yeah, because of his fucking music, too. Every time you hear the music, oh fuck, Miles
Oh,
better
yeah.
run.
Yeah, Prowler's
yeah.
dope.
Actually,
Yeah.
there was a jump scare here in this movie that I did not expect. Was when Miles was like hiding behind the TV,
Hmm.
and then Prowler just turns his head. I'm like, fucking shit. I was in the movie
Prowler-
theater and I legit jumped with my friends. But yeah, that's it. Prowler. Yeah, go on.
Prowler's dope in
That's
the
good.
comics too.
Mhm.
Like, he's really cool in Miles comics, by the way. Like, Prowler's not that great in 616, but in the fucking comics, Prowler's like his Green Goblin or his Venom. Like, there are dimensions to Prowler, but he is a bad guy on technicality. But there's a lot to Prowler. He's very interesting, multidimensional, and likable. I hope he's not really dead. That's actually one thing that I hope they do is bring back Prowler, because
Hmm.
he's really cool.
Wait. In the comics though, like, does Miles know that it's his uncle?
Eventually,
Yeah, eventually.
yeah.
Alright. But it
Uh,
takes a while. Not like this with this movie. Not like with this movie.
I mean, it takes about the same amount of
yeah.
like in the comics. It takes what I would think is the same amount of time. Like,
Yeah.
if this was happening in sequence in like serialized comic books, It would be the equivalent of how long it took Miles to figure out in the movie.
Um,
Yeah.
I would have loved it if they kept Prowler around because like Miles has to have that weight on his shoulders now. Like his uncle's a bad guy. Yeah, he has to stop all the time now.
yeah,
Hopefully he's not dead here.
I would like that, but I would also the reason I would also like that is like I want that struggle of it being not a one-sided struggle. Like I also want his uncle to be really conflicted about fighting Miles. Like as much as
Yeah.
he's not gonna stop being a criminal, he loves Miles. And as much as he's a criminal, Miles doesn't want to put his favorite uncle in jail, so it's like a constant, it's gonna be like, the rock and a hard place situation akin to like Magneto and Professor X.
Yeah. See, I would love that shit. So please, Sony, please don't kill the Prowler.
yeah, and Mahershala
Goodbye.
Ali plays him so smooth too. It's like fuck.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing
Oh
casting.
yeah, yeah,
Though
He's
not
a new
gonna-
Blade, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Not gonna lie though,
Awesome.
when he's dying and Miles is like, "I'm so sorry," but he's like, "No, I'm so sorry. I let you down, man. You looked up to me." And like, in the movie theater, watching it for the first time, I just felt my lips like quiver, like, "Fuck, why pull out the heartstrings already? Why?" But yeah, every villain is different here. Like the Spanish Scorpion and Doc Ock. That's like a really unusual.
Isn't Scorpion like Mexican?
Is it Mexican?
He is
Yeah.
of Hispanic descent in the Holland Spider-Man, and in this one.
Oh, sorry.
But
Mexican.
to my knowledge, Gargan's not necessarily always Hispanic.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, just making sure.
But yeah, but there has been more than one non-white Mac Gargan.
Hmm.
That was such a cool reveal though, where the doctor was like, "Do you know how painful it would be to disintegrate? I, for one, can't wait to watch." And you're like, "Excuse me?" And Peter's like, "What's your name again?" Olivia Octavius. You're like, "Oh,
Oh shit!
shit." A great reveal. And it's like, oh, I think Doc Ock for me at
No,
least is my favorite
I
villain
love,
of
I
Spider-Man.
love Peter's response every time. Like, you know. I love the mannerisms of Spider-Man here, where he's like, "Do you know what it feels like to be disintegrated?" I was like, "No." That's his response. Like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." I love this fucking Spider-Man already. But
How
yeah,
are you
dude,
supposed to know
she
how
hot.
to feel
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
right?
You know
So
who
that's
I
like
would
a
have.
relatable response.
You know who I would have cast for her in real life though?
Ooh.
Tina Fey. I would have totally given that role to Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She reminds me a lot of Tina Fey.
And she's
Yeah.
a bit more intimidating than, Agatha, which she also plays like years later.
Oh, that's Agatha?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I prefer
okay.
this. I prefer this more than Agatha. I found Agatha a little bit annoying in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Agatha, I think, can still come back and become the Agatha Harkness we know. But like the biggest problem with Agatha Harkness is that you could see Agatha's age in the comics. Like she looks like Aunt May to a degree. That's how old she looks in the comics.
Mm.
But yeah, she's really powerful, but still like. I'm surprised that she's actually the one playing Liv Octavius.
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Actually, I was surprised that they casted her for like she was in WandaVision. I was like, "Weren't you in Spider-Verse?"
Right.
Like, wait a minute.
I mean, we do have Mahershala Ali as Prowler and
gonna be Blade now. Yeah.
But dude, I would really love for him to continue being Prowler, dude. Prowler is so cool to me. Like that suit design, that score for his character. But I will admit, Olivia Octavius is like, this Doc Ock's tentacles are so dope. Like they're not mechanical, the whole folding thing where like they could actually like go through cracks and shit.
Mm.
And when she's trying to like choke someone,
Like there's air pressure.
The pulsating air pressure and shit. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have expected to go that route. But I love that they went that route. I don't necessarily want it for normal Doc Ock, but for this Doc Ock, like the difference between like the rigidity that you would see from a male Doc Ock and the fluidity that you would see from this female Doc Ock. It's a great like contrast of styles.
Oh, okay. I do have a question. The story of Gwen Stacy when she becomes Spider Gwen. Does Peter become the lizard?
Yeah.
Yes,
He does,
yes,
and
Yeah.
she had to kill him.
yes. Well, I think circumstance killed Lizard,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
necessarily Gwen.
Like
The
the
spider people don't really kill.
Then it just from circumstances. By
yeah, I
circumstances.
think it
So
was the
alam ko it was the
chemical.
formula.
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think it was the formula that killed him eventually because his body couldn't really handle it.
Alright.
But yeah, Gwen is such an amazing character in this movie.
Mm.
Like, for the casual viewers, they're like, "What? Gwen Stacy's Spider-Man? What madness
Spider-Man.
is this?"
Spooderman.
Spider-Man.
Spooderman.
Spolderman.
Saul Spooderman.
But her design is pretty sick. Like, I wish. I'm not sure if Hot Toys has done it yet, but like, I wish
No, not yet.
they made a figure of that.
Are you fucking kidding me? They
What?
just released it.
They did? Oh shit. Okay.
Like it's actually out on retail now. Nauna pa siya kay Miles.
Alright.
Hinihintay ko pa si Miles eh. I ordered Miles. Like, I know
Yes.
Gwen's out. Miles isn't out.
Do some unboxing on Slurp, man.
I don't unbox them. I can't.
Oh, right. Good
Look at all this shit. Look at all this unboxed.
Like, do you not see his background?
The like Lazada.
Like, I'll just be like, pull them out of the canvas bag. That's it. That's the video.
You have a segment called articulation.
Blue Balls unboxing with Slurp.
That's actually a pretty good name.
That's the whole video.
Yeah.
That's the whole video.
And we can all agree that Haley Steinfeld does a great job as.
Dude,
Oh, hell yeah.
dude, Haley Steinfeld is coming for all the gays. Like, I know that
She is.
Gwen's straight, or she might be bi. I'm not sure, but like, Haley is gay baiting everyone.
She's
Like
doing it.
with
She has a
Vi,
good track record now. Yeah.
Kate Bishop, Gwen Stacy. Like, she's either playing lesbians or tomboys, which is just so much gay baiting. Like, leave some pussy for the other lesbians, Haley, because you're just taking over. If she's not doing it in live action, she's doing it in voice acting. She's killing it so much.
Fuck,
And she still kills it as Gwen. Undeniably kills it as Gwen, and they have so much chemistry.
Actually, I didn't notice that the Vice voice actress was Hailee Steinfeld until Enzo mentioned it.
I checked the cast. I checked
I
the cast
didn't.
as I was watching it with Ina. There are certain things you just have to keep track of when your girlfriend's a voice actor or an
Mhm.
aspiring voice actor. So like, I looked at the casting and I was like, so who's famous that's here? And I was like, oh, Haley Steinfeld is Vi. Okay. Oh, she's
That's a-
gay. All right, just another thing to get the lesbians riled up. I have nothing against lesbians, guys. I'm bi. So, yeah, I'm just
Mhm.
saying. I'm just stereotyping because I stereotype everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's equal to Seb. So
Equally
wouldn't-
garbage.
insult you equally.
Equal opportunity hatred.
I remember everyone going crazy when they announced Nicolas Cage was
I believe.
Spider Noir. Like, the internet
Yeah.
exploded.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Spider-Man.
I mean, it matches it. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, Nicolas Cage, I think you do better as a voice actor than an actor.
Actually,
In my
there,
opinion.
It
there are
depends on the
many.
movie.
There are many
guess.
layers as to why Nicolas Cage is like the best actor for a very specific job. Because like, if acting is like portraying realism, or if good acting is supposedly portraying realism in its purest form to translate to a screen, Nicolas Cage goes the opposite route. He understands that every single one of his movements are overemphasized. His facial expressions are overly theatric. He does an unrealistic form of acting in a realistic setting. So regardless of what he's doing, he's being theatrical. So he leans into
Oh.
into the campy um side of acting over realism acting, and that's why it worked so much with Noir. Because
Mhm.
you just felt him overemphasize everything he did. And if he was playing Spider-Man in person, he would have probably done this too. And to me, it works. And to me, Cage is one of the last people to still try and innovate acting. Like right
Mm.
now, it's everyone going in a similar route of like, I just want to be a great actor and make people feel things on a realistic level. Cage is inadvertently creating like a clearer fourth wall between audience and him because it's so theatrical and absurd, and he leans into it that you feel a certain separation from the material and yourself, and rightly so. That it feels like you're watching something rather than in something.
Mm.
Um, but in Spider Verse, it's also emphasized because it also feels like he's not all there.
No, I
Because
mean like
he's doing like Casablanca monologues in front of other people who don't act that way.
like there are moments where he does say like his lines, and it's like this would like throw me off if this was done in any other movie. This would throw me off like the scene, like them huddling together discussing what Miles is capable of, and he goes, he's looking at us while we're talking about him right now. I'm like, you fucker, and especially the wind shit. He was like, the man's breaking the fourth wall here, and I fucking love it.
It's true. I'm not sure if that's a fourth wall break, but like definitely it's like we're not doing a very good job of keeping quiet here. Like we're bad at whispering. Also, we're spider people. We have enhanced senses. Why do we bother?
Why do we bother whispering? He could hear us even if we did.
The
Yeah.
line I love the most from is when they're about to fight in Aunt May's house, and he goes, "We don't pick the ballroom, we just dance." You're like, fuck, that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that was very like a 30s noir kind of deal.
Yeah.
He's got so much camp to him. I love it so much.
Yeah.
He sounds like such an old man, even though he's like in his prime. I loved it so much, and it seemed just so self-aware. They were having so much fun with it, and I could tell Cage was having fun with it. He
Mm.
just likes being weird, dude. Like, let Cage be weird.
He does
And
beat the shit out of Tombstone, like he crushes a car on him. Like, holy
oh,
shit,
I
that's
fucking
hardcore.
love that trick. I need to do that now. If I ever get like that hat, I want to cover somebody's face and just punch them. That's a pretty good move.
um,
John
honestly,
Moore starts wearing a fedora everywhere.
My lady.
honestly, when they revealed a Spider Ham for the trailer, I was like, fuck off. How do you pull this off?
How are you gonna make it work?
Yeah. But oh my god, I love John Mulaney, and he
Yeah,
made.
yeah, dude. Once I heard it was John Mulaney, I was like, they're gonna make it. I
Did you
don't know how,
hear
but they're gonna make it work.
his interview where he just cusses the entire way, and he's like, "What rating is this movie?" And they're like, "It's a kids movie, kind of." They're like, "Oh, so everything I just
So,
did is unusable." Cool.
Wait, can you send me that scene?
I think it's from Jimmy Fallon or something like that, but it's funny.
I want to watch it.
Um, but I love him again beating the shit out of Scorpion. He's like, "Are you a cartoon?" And he starts hitting him with a
You got a
hammer.
problem with cartoons? like I
Show
wanna
you
say to my
a
parents.
fucking cartoon?
Like all of the Spider people are pretty cool. From Spider Ham to Penny Parker to Spider Noir. Like they don't have much to do, like more than Gwen, but like they still feel like they add to the story.
Hmm.
Do you want to know something cool about Penny Parker?
Go.
Created by Gerard Way.
Yeah, I heard
Ooh.
that one.
He's created by Gerard Way, so the same guy that gave us the Black Parade was also the guy who gave us
The gay.
s- the gay. I mean, I know to my knowledge he's not straight, but I didn't mean to say that. So the guy that gave us the Black Parade was also the person that gave us Spider Waifu. If
Mm-hmm.
you're weird and are into the whole Japanese schoolgirl thing. Spider waifu was given to you by the guy who, you know, wrote the Black Parade, Helena, all that shit.
Yeah.
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 Since we're pretty much done gushing about all the characters at this point, is there any moments that really stick out to you? Because I
I think
think
we're all gonna say the same thing. We're all gonna
Uh,
fucking say the same thing.
What's Up
Are we?
Danger?
Yep. Oh, how about you, sir? Of course.
No, I'm just not into spectacle that much. Like, I only like the part of What's Up Danger when he started fucking removing the shoes and shit. Like, I still don't completely understand how his feet were stuck to the fucking glass wearing Jordans. I mean, there were a lot of moments like his dad coming to the door while he was webbed up,
Oh, that's true.
trying
Yeah.
to talk to him. A lot of the stuff talking about like why Miles should stay at the school that he's in. It's a bit deeper in the comics, but it was done well enough here. Him coming home after the earthquake that killed Peter Parker. Him coming to his uncle. Like all of the family related stuff I really found interesting. Like I like Miles because it's a different dynamic and a different life, and there's a separation between what you see from Parker and what you see from this guy. And it feels like the struggles are very different. And all of the stuff that tugs on the heartstrings are really nice. The moment of Gwen talking about like, you know, how how objectively lonely it's been in her universe and how closed off she's become. I loved the moments where Gwen was talking about her life over in her universe. And Gwen's life is really sad because like she's the only superhero in her universe. Not just Spider-Man. There's no Avengers. There's no nothing. Everyone's a criminal. Matt Murdock works for Kingpin in her universe. You know, and to have, you know, her best friend end up dying, you know, in Peter Parker is something that she never is quite able to let go of. And she's also not in good terms with her father. Because, well, at least like Ghost Spider is not in good terms with her father. Because, you know, criminal or vigilante rather, and he's the police chief. So he doesn't know. So it's complicated. And how closed off she is, how she wasn't even sure if she wanted to be friends with Miles. Like, I get that shit. And all of the spider people coming together having heart-to-hearts. That was really nice.
Yeah.
You know, I love those moments. Way more than the spectacle of What's Up Danger. What's Up Danger is okay. But, like, it's a good shot. But to me, it doesn't... it's not what matters to me, personally. Those moments do. But that's a good shot.
He kind of like focused more on the deeper meaning of things. Like
the things that tug on your heartstrings, you know?
I get you.
Yeah. That moment when they're having a heart-to-heart of like, we've lost everybody we've cared about. Like, Peter's lost Uncle Ben.
Not everybody, but they've lost somebody.
Lost someone that's like, this is the moment where we realize, as Peter Parker says, you can't save everybody. And I think that's one of the most impactful lines of this movie and really summarizes Spider-Man as a whole.
It's kind of heavier too, knowing that the most comedic character there had to say that.
Yeah.
Like, this comedic character went through some shit, like shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I like it that Peter Parker was the one who gave that line.
And it's a nice lead up too, from them having the heart to heart to his dad being like, I see the spark in you and it's amazing. I hope you do the best with it. Those two scenes really pull on the heartstrings, and it's a nice build up to What's Up Danger. And as Seb said, it's spectacle at its finest. You might like it or may not like it, but whatever. But it's a great moment for Miles in general.
Yeah, also a line that really stuck to me and I kind of live by now is just, it's a leap of faith. Just like, toss yourself into it, see what happens. It might be good, it might be bad, but at least he tried.
It's like the moment from Man of Steel where Clark's like, "How do I know I can trust the humans?" The priest is like, "You have to take a leap of faith first. Trust comes later." Like that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like the whole leap of faith shit.
Yeah. And
Wait.
to be honest, the last battle is pretty sick. Like the one of the moments that really stick out is when Peter, Miles, and Gwen are battling Doc Ock, and she's charging at them. They're like, "Oh, here we go. It's gonna take a while." And she gets
Peter was like-
sideswiped by a truck.
It's just the
Like, holy shit. Oh, okay. I guess.
She got Regina George. That's what happened. She got Regina George, and that's when Olivia Octavius died. Just kidding. She was in the hospital for a while though.
Poor Penny Parker though. Like the robot that her dad's robot died. Like, fuck. No one gets.
She was able to back up the hard drive though.
Yeah,
That is
so
true.
I'm like, I didn't feel bad that much. Like,
Yeah.
just keep
I
the
felt-
memory.
I felt
Yeah.
bad because like Penny wasn't that great. Everyone was better than her in the fight.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of tech. So
Um,
Okay, I will say, yeah, I know that Gerard Way kind of, made Penny Parker, but I'm not a fan of Spider-Mech.
hmm.
I am not a fan of Spider-Mech either.
Alright, cool. Because, like, I like it when Spider-Man is just person
Spider-Man.
in a spider suit doing his own thing. Because I kind of relate to that. I don't know where to get like a mech. So, yeah.
The other scene I really like where we're all departing to their own universes and Spider-Ham's like, and that's all,
That's
folks.
all, folks.
And Peter's like, can he
Like-
say that legally?
Like, that was fourth wall breaking. I was like, that was good.
You know,
This
as he
is all
said
good.
that was also the first question that came into my mind.
Same here. When I was watching this
Excuse
movie, I was
me?
like, is he allowed to say that? This is not Warner Bros.
I said it at the same time Peter Parker said it in the movie. Can he say that legally? And you could hear it in stereo with my head and his mouth. It's like, can he do that legally?
Like how he sends Peter home too. It's like, you gotta take a chance, man. Don't be afraid.
You gotta go home.
Yeah.
That's
Gotta go home. Back to MJ. And for sure it will work this
Hopefully.
time. Hopefully.
hopefully.
Back to
Hopefully.
MJ, hopefully. We're not sure we're actually going back to MJ, but I'm hoping for the best for you, buddy boy.
It's a leap of faith.
And this Kingpin might not be the best, but I love the fact that he goes out of his way to battle Miles in the middle of this black hole. You're like, damn, this Kingpin's not afraid to like cross dimensions and get sucked into a black hole.
It does ruin it for me every time he pulls out the pistol. I'm like,
Yeah. He punches through a train door. Like, oh fuck, this guy's strong.
oh heck, yeah.
How are your shoulders so big and hunched over, and why is your Glock so small?
Right? Like this man caught a taxi and threw it back at him. I'm like, what do you need the gun for?
Right?
Well, yeah.
And it's
I
shown
get
that he can-
long range, but like still, you could throw something heavy at him.
You can't just one punch any Spider-Man and they go down for the count. Like,
Dude,
the,
he killed Spider-Man by double hammer fisting his chest.
yeah.
Like, I don't know what more you need in terms of if you could kill a Spider-Man with one blow, then who's to say you can't like kill Spider-Man without a gun?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just more
Like-
space in your pocket, bro. Just keep your phone in there or some shit. Your phone, your wallet, your keys.
Picture of your wife and kid.
Yeah.
Picture of your wife and kids. It's
funny
in
how-
the wallet. It's in the wallet.
Funny how the actress for his wife later becomes Poison Ivy in Harley Quinn. Oh, I forgot her name. though.
Really?
Yeah.
Really now?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
caught up with the Harley Quinn.
Forgot
yet.
her
Damn.
name. I forgot. No, dude. Trust me, Harley Quinn's like the best thing to happen to DC animation ever.
Alright, I'll be on that shit. Well, we should do a review on that if like a new season comes.
Sure. Season 3 is coming out pretty soon. But yeah, I do love the whole ending of the shoulder touch. The hey. And just
Hey.
My
zaps
lunga
Kingpin.
dog.
It's long gone.
Hey, eat my lunga dog, Joe. And he gets zapped.
Spider-Man in the Philippines.
Spider Bonampo. Gagambon! Oh no! Oh no, it's Gagambon.
Gagambon.
Love how he turns off the collider with Kingpin's body by just
We're
sheer.
just tossing Kingpin at it.
Like, I hope he hits the stop button by sheer mass.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we pretty much reached the end of the movie. We get to see him like, oh, he gets to at least visit his friends. I don't know how Gwen opens up another dimension, but okay.
Love his dad's
And-
reaction. It was like, I love you. He's like, ha, what?
What? Oh yeah, the dad.
Because to him, it's like, why did this stranger? Oh, okay, I'll buy it, I guess.
But
Love you.
love you. Okay. What?
Uh,
But we get to the part where we get an after credit scene, and I fucking love this one.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope he comes for the
Moon
sequel.
Moon Knight.
It's Moon Knight himself. The
Yeah,
the gayest Star Wars character to never be gay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Oscar
rude.
the Apocalypse Isaac.
Oscar
And
Big Boss.
funny enough, like he gets. Oh my god! Alright, I forgot he's playing Big Boss.
Right.
I know he's not playing Big Boss.
Oh,
He's playing
sorry,
Solid Snake.
Solid Snake. It's rude to point. You're being very rude. And he starts jumping up and down.
You're being right. But I love it that he's gonna be playing Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, I hope he comes back for the sequel. Because that's a missed
Hmm.
opportunity.
Oh, for sure. They already teased him, so like for sure he's gonna be there.
I hope
I'm
he-
so excited for him to be both Moon Knight and 2099
And-
Spider-Man.
Yeah. There are a lot of characters who are gonna be in the MCU and in this Spider-Verse.
He's
Right.
the other racially diverse Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because he's also like Hispanic, but
Hispanic.
from the future. Sorry.
But yeah, what would you give this rating? And yeah, what would you give this rating? What,
Give this
what rating
rating.
would you give this movie? What would you rate this rating?
What would I rate this rating? The rating's perfect. The rating of the rating is perfect. I give the
Uh-huh.
rating of the rating 10 out of 10. I'd give it an 11 out of 10 if I could. It's a great rating for the rating.
Oh yeah,
But for the movie, I'll give it a 9.
yeah.
I'll give it a 9 because I thought the villain plot was shit. That's the only thing I think.
I could see. It. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've mostly focused on those spider people instead of the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on board. I'm also going to give this a 9. Like, I wish, I like Black Panther, but I wish this was nominated in its place instead of
Oh.
Black Panther for best movie, because Black Panther was nominated for best movie. I'm like, really? All right. But Spider-Verse did win best animated movie, but that's kind of like limiting it, because this is just a
Wakanda
great
top
movie.
2020.
Oh.
No, I love how Seb was like, "Were we talking about the wrong movie this whole time?" When he said the
No, 'cause
Black Panther.
Yeah, you said Black Panther, and I was like, what have I been doing for like an hour or some shit?
But yeah, this should have been the best movie of the year, in my opinion. Like, because it beats Black Panther by miles, and I do like that movie. But like, this is something else.
Good pun. Good pun.
Who beats Black Panther by miles?
Hmm.
In the States, you'd have to say kilometers. Oh wait, anywhere outside of the States, you'd have to say kilometers.
Right.
But yeah, for me, this is also a 9. Like, music's fucking amazing. The visuals are amazing. It's eye candy to an artist, or to anyone, to everybody. The
Yeah.
mix of 2D to 3D, like, I know
If you
it's been done before, but they really experimented with this one. You were
And I
saying so?
think this was like at least 3 to 6 years of production. Also, it's just
Yeah.
similar to Arcane in terms of how much
Yeah.
time it took to actually make it. The only flaw talaga is the villain plot. Like it's the only thing that keeps it from being perfect. The score is really great. If you have eyes, you're gonna like this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's
But-
it's not just like eye candy for specific people. Like if you have eyes, you're probably gonna like what you see.
Yeah. Unless you're epileptic, there are a lot of little bit of flashes here. So a little bit of warning.
Yeah, and it really closed out the year. That was the year of Spider-Man really well.
Oh yeah, it was.
But yeah,
This is closes it off.
Mhm.
this is what closes it off. So it's so there's Spider-Verse in this particular year. Is it Infinity War?
Yeah,
Infinity War.
And what's the other thing? There's a
Uh,
third one, right?
there's Venom and Spidey PS4.
Oh, Venom.
Spidey PS4, yeah.
Wow, there
right.
was a lot of Spidey this year.
That year.
Yeah, and for sure this movie helped.
No, I meant during this year.
Oh, okay.
During this specific year.
For sure, this movie really helped the sales for the Miles Morales game. Because like people were like, remember the time where we could watch movies together and this character came out in 2018? You can play as him now,
Yeah.
The most
Yeah.
expensive DLC of all time.
right?
How long? It's not that long, right? Because I have it for the PS5
10
right now, and I'm like,
10
I want
hours.
to play it. That's not. That's not a lot. Knowing
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
an open world game.
Like Spidey PS4 is like what, 15 to 20 hours.
I would say more, depending
Like,
on
if you really
do,
stretch
if you
it.
if you do 100%.
Yeah, yeah. But what I really like is with the Miles suit for that game at least is that it moves like how the movie moves. Like that's
Oh.
really good attention to detail.
Oh yeah, yeah. That shit's good. I really wanna get the DLC for that one and for the Spider-Man PS4. But sadly, I'm poor.
The only bad thing about
Deal.
Still, got it.
the
Be right back.
remaster of Spidey PS4 is they put that god awful Peter Parker face.
Oh
So
my
you have to deal with
god.
that.
Yeah.
If
But,
it's not broken, don't fix it.
I like Haggard. I like Haggard looking Peter Parker.
New Peter Parker face is stupid. It's just
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like-
I don't
I
like
know
that
they
it's a
were-
mix of like Tom
All three
Holland and
Spider-
shit.
It was a mix of all three Spider-Man actors into one, but like, no one asked for it.
right.
Yeah, I was okay with this Spider-Man.
Okay, sana kung may demand, like, you know, like Sonic. Like everyone
yeah.
shat on Sonic when they initially saw it, so they changed it. But no one shat on this Peter face. So why are they fucking... Look, if there was one thing I would have liked them to change from PS4 to PS5, let MJ's bangs move.
Yeah, she'll be like upside down. Her bangs are still like.
Dude, why are they so
how much
static?
hairspray did you? How much hairspray did you put on that thing?
Dude, like MJ's bangs are more solid than her relationship with Peter. You know, like
Yeah.
your bangs should not be the strongest thing about this entire fucking franchise. I want to have a bulletproof. I want my love life to continue to be as stable. Like if I had a peg for how I want my and Ina's life to be with each other, I want it to be as stable as Gwen's bangs in Spidey PS4.
I
MJ.
mean MJ.
Oh yeah, MJ.
Uh,
And hopefully not as steady as Gwen's spine.
anyway, I know Jomer had a question.
Yeah. But yeah, to the both of you, what Marvel character or maybe DC character would you want to see get this treatment? Like
Does it
this
have to
kind of
be strictly
animation?
Marvel or DC? Can it be any comic character?
Yeah, just any comic character.
'Cause I had an
What-
idea.
What would you like? Yeah.
Hellboy and Mike Magnolia's,
You took mine. You took mine.
or you know Spawn in its original design too. That
Oh,
would be pretty
Spawn
cool.
would actually look really good, given
I was
this
gonna-
like kind of 3D treatment.
I was gonna say Spawn, but like I'm gonna go somewhere super of left field. You guys would have not realized that this guy was still in my subconscious, but one is Spawn,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it to be more akin to Arcane.
Hmm.
For this specific treatment, the person I want getting this treatment is one of two characters. One is Blue Beetle. The
Ooh.
other, and this is, you're gonna get hyped up for this. Static Shock.
Oh fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! I grew up with Static Shock, so fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see that shit.
No, and everyone forgot Static's a DC character.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
Now he's called Black Thunder, wasn't he? Black
no,
Lightning.
that's a different guy.
That's different.
Oh.
Virgil Hawkins is a different guy. Yeah. No, like Virgil Hawkins' Static Shock is a different guy from the guy who's Black Lightning. Like he gets lessons
Okay,
from
okay.
him, but they're different people. I would
Okay,
really
got
love
it,
to see
got it.
Static Shock.
What's funny though, like
I I would
uh,
love that. I would love to see that.
they're making an animated
Yeah, go on.
Invincible movie for some reason. Like, but we have a show already. Why?
Maybe they're gonna My Hero Academia. Give us like
Isn't
invincible
it
stuff.
already animated?
Yeah, like they're doing a show, animated movie, and a live action series, which that's just
Oh, like
insane.
it's not canon.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't. Wow, Jomar's really getting some delays, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can afford to make an Invincible movie, like somewhere like
Shouldn't
in the
spend.
middle of the lore.
hmm
I haven't watched Invincible. I'll get to it eventually. But they can go the My Hero Academia route of going like season movie that's kind of unrelated with the main plot season. But when you said live action, I was like, that's oversaturating the Invincible franchise.
Right.
That's a little too much.
Oh man, can you imagine him versus the Justice League live action? Like, no, no, please, not again.
Omni
Oh my
Man?
god.
Yeah.
Omni-Man killing off, like, this is R-rated shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we've pretty much reached the end of our review for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Did you guys like it? Did you not? Leave it down in the comments below. Seb, where can they find you?
Facebook.com/Slurp Media. We do a lot of gaming streams. We do a lot of podcasts. We do a lot of talking shit generally. We also got a Discord community there. We interact with everybody. We love everybody. We're just really weird, really geeky people. So you can talk to us about literally anything, and we'd probably fucking listen and talk to you back. So if you guys want to hang out with us and discuss anything at all, yeah, head to our Discord, head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Slurp Media, and I guess just maybe put an invite to our Discord in the description.
Oh, yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
of course. And where can they find us?
Like, why? How?
I go.
Yeah.
Don't you have this memorized?
No, I
Facebook.com/geeks
have it
and degenerates. You also have a
remember it.
Discord community. We reply to people too. Jomar usually takes 2 to 5 business days, but it's fine.
Yes. I fucking hate you so much. I hate it that you have a fucking sense of humor now.
Dude,
You
my
piece of
business days, I'm bull.
Anyway, yeah.
We have a lot of content coming down the line, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Yandolphus1995. Same with Instagram. Jomar, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me at Jom, Gom. It's my Instagram art account. And you stop by, like my art. Yeah. But anyway, to all you geeks and degenerates out there, please wear a mask, stay safe, social distance, register to vote. And we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.